So I promise you to make some short videos in between all of the long boring ones. So in this short video I'm going to try to polish up my bumpers a little bit. I'll show you some close-ups where you can see that although it shines a little bit, there's a lot of pitting and a little bit of rust. They don't look very nice, but what did you expect? The chrome's nearly 50 years old. But there are two methods that I'm going to try today to clean this up a little bit. The first one will be the cola and the aluminium foil method, and the second one is polishing with Autosol chrome polish. So I have some Diet Coke here, some aluminium foil and a little tub. I'm going to pour Diet Coke in the tub. You can use regular Coke, but I'm using the Diet one because it doesn't stick as much. I'm also going to wear some gloves because it's still sticky. Now, because the aluminium foil should be a little bit softer than the chrome, it wouldn't really harm it. So I'm going to try. It really is better. I wouldn't have thought it, but it really has improved. So now I'll try to use the Autosol on this. Maybe it can enhance it a little bit more. Use a small rag. A little bit of Autosol. Take a clean rag. I'm not sure if it has improved that much, but now I can compare the part that I've used nothing and compare it to the part where I only did the aluminium foil, and then I'll compare it to the part where I did the aluminium foil and the Autosol polish. It has made an improvement. It hasn't removed the pitting, but the shine's a lot deeper, so I don't think I've done anything to this corner. I'll just use the Autosol only on this part. The Autosol doesn't contain any ammonia, but this is the general purpose metal polish. This has a little bit of abrasive in it, so you wouldn't want to use it on brand new chrome, but on this one it's actually needed. You can really see the difference between this part that hasn't been polished and this one. You can also feel it. This is really smooth and there's quite a nice reflection. It's just the pitting that's letting it down. Now I'll do this part with just the Coke, and then we can compare both parts. I think the reflections are a little bit better on this side, so I'll use the Autosol again on this piece and then we'll compare. I think it refines the reflections a little bit. It feels a little bit smoother, but actually the aluminium foil method works pretty well. So I've completely re-cleaned this bumper with the aluminium foil, and you can feel it and especially hear it when you go over it with the aluminium foil. The part that I polished before was really smooth, and the parts that I didn't do are a bit rough and you can hear it. Now I've completely polished it with the Autosol polish. This is the one that I used. just the metal polish. This is the box. It really feels smooth, and when you're not in direct light, it really looks really good. It looks actually pretty good like it is, but it's not perfect because of the pitting. But I'll put the front bumper next to it so you can see how it looked before we start cleaning. This is it. As you can see, this one's really dull. And you can also hear it. This one's really dirty, really pitted. And this one has a really nice reflection to it. I know my car's far from finished, but now these are cleaned up, and the polish will also take care of them a little bit, so they don't get any worse. And afterwards I can see if I want to get them re-chromed or if I can use them as is. But I'm really pleased with the outcome. It's not that much work and it really works well. So now I'll do the front one as well. These are both the front and the rear bumpers, all cleaned up. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is where there's a bend in the front bumper. So I think this part's straight, and it's twisted in the middle. I think the front one actually came out better than the rear one because there's a little bit less pitting. So while I was explaining what I found out during the cleaning of these bumpers, the memory card of my camera was full, so it didn't record any of it. So I'll do a quick recap. I've packed the bumpers in some packing foil so they stay a little bit cleaner around the shop. What I found out that worked best was removing all of the rust spots and the heavier corrosion and the heavy scratches with the Diet Cola and the aluminium foil, and then afterwards completely polishing everything with a rag and the Autosol polish. And they came out quite nice. They're not perfect by any means, they're far from it actually, but they're pretty presentable. I'm not sure if I want to use it on my car, if they're perfect enough, but that's something to find out once the rest is finished. So these go back on the shelf, and I can look at them after another couple of years once I'm ready to mount these. I hope you liked this quick and dirty video. It's something nice and quick to shoot in between all of the bigger stuff. It's especially nice for me because it's not something that takes long to edit, and it's less tiresome to watch for you guys. And let me know what you think about it, and if you want to see more pictures of these, I've shot some and I'll put some on my website, and the link is in the description below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos, and I hope I'll see you next time. Goodbye.